than wasting empty rhetoric and the people's tax dollars on expelling some of the most hardest working people in this country from this country, we should be discussing the deportation of intolerance, the deportation of intransigence, the deportation of indifference, the deportation of avarice, and the deportation of all systems of oppression from the very nucleus of this nation's soul. We, the People's Covenant, will knock down any and all walls that are built to separate and divide us. We will disrupt, divest from, and destroy all symbols of hate and oppression and dispatch them to the very annals of oblivion. Because the only walls that we should be building are those that permanently obstruct special interests and their tainted money from influencing and purchasing our lawmakers and corrupting the people's process. And speaking of systems of oppression, I must mention the most dangerous of these systems because it is, after all, humanity's greatest challenge. I'm speaking of climate change. Climate change is not just about natural disasters. It is also the synthesis of myriad forms of injustice, racial injustice, economic injustice, gender and gender identification injustice, and cultural injustice. Denying climate change is denying the reality that all forms of injustice must be addressed and vanquished. We must start referring to and treating climate denial for what it really is: abject psychosis, or a severe mental disorder in which thought and emotion are so impaired that contact is lost with all external reality. And the only way to treat this type of disorder of climate denial is with a healthy dose of medicine in the form of the truth, which includes formidable direct action against all fossil fuel infrastructure and all tactics necessary to shut it the fuck down and otherwise keep up fossil fuels in the fucking ground. But I gotta say this, and I don't care who it pisses off. The People's Covenant must also call out historically white, so-called green groups, the C3s, or the counterfeit climate champions, the groups who lack climate values, not really defending our climate, groups that are not as interested in serving the public interest as filling the coffers of certain people who have addresses in Aspen, Colorado, certain clubs that are named after mountain ranges, who themselves normalize climate denial by supporting candidates who back fracking and take stacks of crude cash from the very industries and big oil corporations they claim to be standing up against. Later for that. These groups, these C3s, these historically white-led green groups are also part of the process that stops us from realizing environmental and climate justice, and we need to call them out. Until this happens, environmental groups, you will continue to be whiter than green. And instead of moving forward, you will continue to move in circles. These groups need to stop prioritizing polar black and brown bears over black and brown people. Get with the People's Program right now.
The enemy came is stronger. One thing I want to assure them, the enemy came is stronger, and I'm much more stronger now. And I'm much more stronger now. And I'm much more stronger now.
It's time for a culture of accountability, Big Green. Solidarity means a lot more than showing up to the front lines and taking pictures with people for your newsletters so that you can raise money off of us. We're not your props. We've been doing this longer than you have. We don't need you.
Save the peace.
Leave your parachutes at home or we'll put holes in them for you. It's time for a culture of accountability such that we ask ourselves and our leaders and these organizations, which side are you on? The people's or the profits? Is your acumen of activism meant to serve yourself or the greater good? And are you more concerned with being right than you are with being righteous? Any person, politician, or organization that can answer these questions in a way that benefits and serves the people must be exposed and dispatched up with haste. The great philosopher economist Rosa Luxemburg once said, "The masses are the decisive element. They are the rock on which the final victory of the revolution will be built. History is the true teacher, the revolution the best school for the proletariat." Tonight, sisters and brothers, I say class is in session. The stakes are too high to settle for a C grade or even an A-. These are critical times. I call for a social syllabus that corresponds with an advanced placement revolutionary course. Trump and his cronies may have the day, but when all is said and done, the days, weeks, months, and years ahead must and will belong. As long as we have each other's backs, fight for what is right and just in solidarity. As long as we fight against injustice in solidarity and come together regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, and even disparate preferences for sports teams and musical genres, we will taste the sweet nectar of victory in solidarity, transform this nation in solidarity, and reform the entire world in solidarity. We will show everyone what a People's Covenant looks like. It starts today, continues tomorrow, and mobilizes every day moving forward. Stand up, stand strong, stand together. I love you.